want to debate you on this because we have to get into the other topic, but President Obama did release a statement today, and it was fairly strong.
Well,
the FBI is going to get to the
late.
bottom of it. And, I mean, that's up to him. And the second thing is the Muslim population in America is very, very small.
4 million.
So you don't, 4 million out of 320. So you don't have that kind of crescendo. But look, I think you agree, I agree. Let's let the FBI take a look. So the left now on TV, I mean, they're left with no one because nobody watches MSNBC. I mean, their audience is now scratching. Scratching means, for the folks out there, it means nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching at all.
Right.
The people have abandoned the liberal network.
So they're done.
This is a huge blow to the left. There is no doubt that Jon Stewart, and with Stephen Colbert as his co-pilot, were the intellectual prop of the activist left, of the progressive left that could reach out and challenge someone like you in terms of the issues, in terms of the confidence with which they delivered their philosophy and their ideology. Now there is no one. I think Rachel Maddow is the only one left, and she is severely diminished from her status of a couple of years ago.
Okay, so why then? There are some real titans in radio and television on the right, but there's no one on the left, no one at all. And I'm wondering, I know 40% of Americans say they're conservative and 20% describe themselves liberal, so you do have a 2-to-1 ideological advantage. But 20% is a lot of people. And why isn't there anybody? I mean, you're kind of a left-wing guy.
Right, put me aside for a second. I'll get to me if I think the problem with the left and with liberals is that they all think that they're the smartest one in the room. That they should never anoint anyone. You notice that conservatives buy books written by conservatives, but liberals don't buy books written by liberals. They say, I know that already. I'm as smart as that person. I should be the center of attention. And there is this kind of ego, I think, that I'm right, you're wrong, therefore...
And they take it personally.
The thing about Jon Stewart was that he could be so humorous and so clever, and people responded to him, and occasionally he would do something like embrace a person like Bill O'Reilly.
All right, Colbert is going to come on next fall, I guess. If he tries the same left-wing stuff late night, he's going to get hammered. He's going to lose to Fallon and Kimmel big time if he tries what he did on Comedy Central. Okay, now, you're a radio talk show host, WABC in New York. But I listen to your show, and sometimes you're a loon. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But a lot of the times you're not a left-wing crazy guy. I mean, you'll see the other side of the story. So, I mean, maybe you could go to Comedy Central and take Stewart's place.
What would this building be without me here at Fox News? I think that I'm the fair and balanced in the building. I've been very happy here, but it would be a wonderful job, and I would be honored to be offered that job if I were a younger person. But I think they really have to go with the millennial. They've got to build a franchise. They've got to patch together a kind of a philosophical force on the left that has some resonance with young people totally dissatisfied, jaded, selfish, lazy, involved in a digital world that has very little to do with the real life of America. You have, I think that of all the generations that I've seen come up, you had Gen X and all the others. Now with the millennials, there is a kind of belly scratching, picking lint out of the belly button. It's an enormous.
Yeah, they got a problem over there because there's nobody really with the charisma of Stewart that I've seen on the horizon. All right. Chet Lishwar, director for 19 years, thinks you're going to win Celebrity Apprentice. I said, I don't care if he wins or not.
His lips to God's ears. Come on, you have to care.
Where does that lead? Where does that lead? I mean, so you're a Celebrity Apprentice. Then what are you going to be? A celebrity what? You win. Who did you beat, by the way? Those people can't even speak English.
Well, I think that it was 16 pretty good contestants. It was a lot of fun doing it. I'd be honored to win. And I think from there, my philosophy of militant centrism, I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, I know. Well, if you win, you have to spend. If you win, you have to hang around with Trump for 6 months straight.
Well, I've gotten a ton of money for my charity. That's the biggest thing. We're really
good for you. That's true. All right, Geraldo Rivera, everybody. Playboy has a factor moves along this evening from Los Angeles. Good Phil McGurk on President Obama's very controversial buzz.